Welcome to the educational channel. Today we will talk about Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency invented in 2008 by an unknown person or group of people using the name Satoshi Nakamoto. The currency began use in 2009 when its implementation was released as open-source software. Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency, without a central bank or single administrator, that can be sent from user to user on the peer-to-peer Bitcoin network without the need for intermediaries. Transactions are verified by network nodes through cryptography and recorded in a public distributed ledger called a blockchain. Bitcoins are created as a reward for a process known as mining. They can be exchanged for other currencies, products, and services. Research produced by the University of Cambridge estimated that in 2017, there were 2.9 to 5.8 million unique users using a cryptocurrency wallet, most of them using Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been criticized for its use in illegal transactions, the large amount of electricity used by miners, price volatility, and thefts from exchanges. Some economists, including several Nobel laureates, have characterized it as a speculative bubble at various times. Bitcoin has also been used as an investment, although several regulatory agencies have issued investor alerts about Bitcoin creation. The domain name was registered on the 18th of August 2008. On the 31st of October 2008, a link to a paper authored by Satoshi Nakamoto titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, was posted to a cryptography mailing list. Nakamoto implemented the Bitcoin software as open source code and released it in January 2009. Nakamoto's identity remains unknown. On the 3rd of January 2009, the Bitcoin network was created when Nakamoto mined the starting block of the chain, known as the Genesis block. Embedded in the coin base of this block was the text "The Times, the 3rd of January 2009, Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks." This note references a headline published by The Times and has been interpreted as both a timestamp and a comment on the instability caused by fractional reserve banking. The receiver of the first Bitcoin transaction was cypherpunk Hal Finney, who had created the first reusable proof-of-work system in 2004. Finney downloaded the Bitcoin software on its release date, and on the 12th of January 2009 received 10 Bitcoins from Nakamoto. Other early cypherpunk supporters were creators of Bitcoin predecessors Wade I, creator of B-Money, and Nick Szabo, creator of BitGold. In 2010, the first known commercial transaction using Bitcoin occurred when programmer Laszlo Hanyecz bought 2 Papa John's pizzas for $10,000. Blockchain analysts estimate that Nakamoto had mined about 1 million bitcoins before disappearing in 2010 when he handed the network alert key and control of the code repository over to Gavin Andresen. Andresen later became lead developer at the Bitcoin Foundation. Andresen then sought to decentralize control. This left opportunity for controversy to develop over the future development path of Bitcoin, in contrast to the perceived authority of Nakamoto's contributions. Units and divisibility. The unit of account of the Bitcoin system is a Bitcoin. Ticker symbols used to represent Bitcoin are BTC and XBT. Its Unicode character is. Small amounts of Bitcoin used as alternative units are millibitcoin and Satoshi. Named in homage to Bitcoin's creator, a Satoshi is the smallest amount within Bitcoin, representing 100 million equals 1 Bitcoin's 100 millionth of a Bitcoin. A millibitcoin equals 0.000000001 bitcoins, 1,000th of a bitcoin, or 100,000 satoshis. Blockchain. The Bitcoin blockchain is a public ledger that records Bitcoin transactions. It is implemented as a chain of blocks, each block containing a hash of the previous block up to the Genesis block of the chain. A network of communicating nodes running Bitcoin software maintains the blockchain. Transactions of the form pay X sends Y bitcoins to Payz are broadcast to this network using readily available software applications. Network nodes can validate transactions, add them to their copy of the ledger, and then broadcast these ledger additions to other nodes. To achieve independent verification of the chain of ownership, each network node stores its own copy of the blockchain. At varying intervals of time averaging to every 10 minutes, a new group of accepted transactions called a block is created, added to the blockchain, and quickly published to all nodes, without requiring central oversight. This allows Bitcoin software to determine when a particular Bitcoin was spent, which is needed to prevent double spending. A conventional ledger records the transfers of actual bills or promissory notes that exist apart from it. But the blockchain is the only place that Bitcoins can be said to exist in the form of unspent outputs of transactions. Mining. Mining is a record-keeping service done through the use of computer processing power. Miners keep the blockchain consistent, complete, and unalterable by repeatedly grouping newly broadcast transactions into a block. which is then broadcast to the network and verified by recipient nodes. Each block contains a SHA-256 cryptographic hash of the previous block, thus linking it to the previous block and giving the blockchain its name. To be accepted by the rest of the network, a new block must contain a proof of work. The system used is based on Atomback's 1997 anti-spam scheme, Hashcash. The POW requires miners to find a number called a nonce, such that when the block content is hashed along with the nonce, the result is numerically smaller than the network's difficulty target. This proof is easy for any node in the network to verify, but extremely time-consuming to generate. As for a secure cryptographic hash, miners must try many different nonce values. Usually the sequence of tested values is the ascending natural numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, before meeting the difficulty target. Every 2016 blocks, the difficulty target is adjusted based on the network's recent performance, with the aim of keeping the average time between new blocks at 10 minutes. In this way, the system automatically adapts to the total amount of mining power on the network. Between the 1st of March 2014 and the 1st of March 2015, the average number of nonces miners had to try before creating a new block increased from 16.4 quintillion to 200.5 quintillion. The proof-of-work system, alongside the chaining of blocks, makes modifications of the blockchain extremely hard, as an attacker must modify all subsequent blocks in order for the modifications of one block to be accepted. As new blocks are mined all the time, the difficulty of modifying a block increases as time passes and the number of subsequent blocks increases. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.